We are back, and we're happy to be joined by Ethan Faulkner, who was officially introduced just a few hours ago as the men's basketball coach here at Youngstown State. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting. It's certainly been a whirlwind of the last 10 or 12 days, but I feel like we've made a lot of progress.
Take us through that process. Coach calls you, tells you he's leaving, and kind of what happens after that.
Yeah, I immediately go to your current players, trying to make sure that they're certainly uncertain times for them, right? So you got to make sure that you can stabilize them. That was the first order of business, and as we've done that, we've got commitments for all of our guys to come back that were here prior to the coaching change, which is certainly exciting for us. And then immediately turns to building the staff and really recruiting to fill some roster needs.
You were part of that meeting when Coach was here, and then the process of becoming the head coach. Ron Strello said today he kind of wanted to move quickly on this.
I think that was so important, and especially again for our current roster. In times of uncertainty to kind of stabilize them and make sure they know who's going to be their head coach. But yeah, I really appreciate Ron for his urgency on that, and I think it's really allowed us to get off to the races in terms of moving forward.
Is that conversation easy, when you want to be the head coach and that sort of thing?
Well, it's certainly bittersweet because of all that Jared Calhoun has done for me. All right, he gave me an NAI assistant job 5 years ago that was at a small college, and trusted me to be here and help this program move forward. So I say bittersweet because you're so happy for him, because he's earned the opportunity to go and be at a place like Utah State, who has incredible history in basketball.
So, Coach, you're a young coach in the right spot at the right time, and certainly this program. You've been here 5 years. How much has that helped?
I think it's going to be critical, right? As I said earlier, I've kind of seen the blueprint, right? And to me, the blueprint is play a really exciting brand of basketball, recruit really well to that brand, and be very, very engaged in your community, and you can create some special things.
Recruiting's not new to you, is it?
No, this is something that I've played a big role in ever since I've been here, and I think certainly going to add some people to our staff that's going to be really good in that area with recruiting relationships and networks all across the country. As we know, recruiting has changed with the transfer portal, so attacking that is in now immediately and in the future is going to be critical.
You mentioned during your press conference saying the 10 minutes I'm here, guys are going in and out of the portal, so time is of an essence, isn't
Absolutely,
it?
yeah. And again, credit to Ron for moving on this so fast. If this would have been something that would have took 5 or 6 days, we would have fell behind in our recruiting. But because of his urgency, man, we were on the phone with recruits right away, relaying the message of what the plan was and kind of stabilizing some of those relationships that we built over the last 2 or 3 weeks since the portal had opened.
So the first order of business is, I know you've been working on a staff, and you announced some guys today. Tell us about them.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think by the end of the week, we'll have all of our positions official. Right now we have Danny Reese, who was a priority for me to keep. He has been a foundational piece of this staff for the last 7 years. Excited that my brother Evan will be coming and joining us. Mark Richmond, who is a familiar face here in Youngstown, will also be joining us. All three will have assistant coaching titles and all bring different perspectives and different areas of expertise that I think can really help us. So we've got two other positions to unofficially fill, but feel really good about those as well.
Your players were at your press conference today. That had to mean a lot to you, didn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, Dave, but I told somebody, out of all the congratulations and all the support that I've received since being named head coach, I think what meant the most to me was those guys staying. Right, that was the biggest congratulations to me, because that tells me we've done a good job building the right types of relationships with those kids.
Have you heard from other coaches?
Yeah, a bunch of them. Too many to mention. Former colleagues, former guys that I've worked for. Definitely a bunch of coaches that I have great respect for. And
you,
really,
you singled out your high school coach. I know he's important to you, isn't he?
Yeah. Coach Mays, who still back home in Eastern Kentucky. Probably nobody has ever had as much confidence in me than that man. And again, the relationships that he had with us as players really is what made me fall in love, or made me at least start thinking about wanting to be a coach.
Coach, we appreciate your time tonight. Congratulations again. I know it's been a whirlwind. Relax a little bit. I know with the portal you can't do that, but I'm sure you'll have some time to kind of relax and just take it all in, because not that there's any pressure, but the fans have been there in games. It's been a great 5 years that you were part of. and certainly I know more is coming.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. For information on the YSU men's basketball team, women's basketball team, or any YSU athletic event, you can simply log on to ysusports.com. That is ysusports.com. Don't forget the red-white game on Saturday afternoon at 11 o'clock. We hope to see everybody at Stambaugh Stadium. And that will do it for this special spring edition of the Penguin Game.